he goes, that means he's probably going to go over here. Hey, you didn't see it. Oh, wait, where is it? I don't understand. Oh, let's run back over here. Oh, it's gone. So it's just it's a mini mind game you can play in this area, and it's wonderfully it's wonderful when it works. It's not going to work all the time. Don't get me wrong, but the amount of you can play with like your trinket around here and screw around with the enemy jungler. That's the goal here, and it allows you to also force the enemy jungler to say, let's say he catches the ward up. He can't find the ward here. That means he probably has to spend his trinket to sweep here, and that means you can safely ward here and see the jungler show up. It's a nice mini game. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. It just, I don't know. These percentage points were probably a whole lot more important at the higher tier of play.
Yeah, but of course, so some people won't like. There are plenty of people in the lower division that just won't look for the ward and stuff and like won't use the Raptor buff at all. But it's really important to highlight like the amount of mind games you can play with just as something as little as vision against the enemy jungler, and just mess with their head a little bit. And if you happen to run into someone that actually like values vision a little bit as you climb the ladder, and you're able to like pull this little trick off, you'll it'll be marginal, but it still helps you out.
Right, right, right.
So it's always it's a
There's
very
no downside.
yeah, exactly. There's no downside to knowing this. Um, It's not like we're spending like it's not like we're going. It's not like we're backing from mid lane every time the jungler clears out this camp, right? Like that's not happening. Like realistically, it's just like a small little mind game you get to play. Like Eki, does it make sense? I want to make sure you understand like why people do this because it's very important for where you are right now. How if you play the opponent properly, you can like get small advantages that allow you to allow you to make decisions that you normally wouldn't be able to make in mid lane. Because it's why they do it, and I can understand as a jungle main why you don't understand why they do it. But sometimes, like not everyone's a jungle main, right? Not everyone's a jungle main. Like people like will randomly just like throw away like free vision, or like and you'll be able to just like dupe them because the AD carry main playing jungle won't know. Okay, I can like go here, here, and here, all within my Raptor buff, and probably find the ward. Right? Very important to understand this.
Right.
Eki,
I'm
talk
with
to
you.
me.
I'm with you.
No. Uh, Eki, talk to me. Are you there? Does this make sense? Does this make sense to you? Okay, just making sure, because I don't want to move on from this little explanation without you understanding it. So, okay, let's talk about other wards. You want, this is another ward. This is another opportunity to ward wolves here. Just like throw it straight into the pit. Because the reason you don't get the luxury of walking all the way around like the top laner does is because your pathing is like really, really shitty. Like you have to go all the way here, blah blah blah. Sometimes I think here is just more efficient. Um, you want top laner usually top laner jungler usually wants to take care of this area over here. If they don't, make adjustments accordingly. Aggressive warding in brushes, very simple wards. Red. Aggressive warding for golems. Pathing all the way down here. So usually bot lane wards around here. Very simple. Um, so any questions about aggressive warding in mid? Okay, awesome. Let's move on to bot lane. I'm going to talk about jungle last. Oh, wait. Oh, one thing. One thing. No, go ahead. Okay, defensive. Okay. So let's talk about aggressive warding in bot lane. So the most important aggressive ward is in the most highly contested zone is obviously Tribrush, right? Tribrush, Tribrush, very important for aggression. Very important to have it up for aggression. Very important for it to be pinked as well. Um, you know, aggressive wards very important. The amount of times you'll see this pinked is like this is probably the most commonly pinked area in the game period, right? This area right here, this area right here. Well, not so much top side, but my point being, bot side usually it's a defensive pink. It's a defensive pink here, and oh, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, pink here. Um, so this is a very defensive pink. Yeah, pretty much, right? Like you should always assume it's pink. Sweepers. The area. So what happens when everyone keeps fighting over this little brush over here, right? So what you can do is start warding out here and here. These wards don't see each other. These wards don't see each other. The enemy support has to see you warding it. Yeah, exactly. Like running all the way from here to here is like really ideal. Bot lane warding is very simplistic in the sense that I know I'm only talking about red side. Red side. I'll get to blue side rather shortly. I just realized this. So just like throwing the ward here, so they don't understand what's going on. Sometimes usually jungler over here will like uses Raptor Brush on like clearing like say a ward like around here. Like, and he would be like, oh, okay, clear that. Bop, bop, bop. Oh, hey, he's bot. Run away. You get the idea. So,
How do you feel about this ward right here?
It's an emergency defensive ward. That's what that is. It's an emergency defensive ward because, gap closers, gap closure champions. Let me just erase everything. Gap closure champions like Vi, Jarvan, have like relative pathing that can like get through the ward over here. Nidalee too, jump right into here. So against those junglers, this ward right here is really inefficient as an offensive ward. But sometimes this ward is swept over here and pinked over here, so you need to get some sort of like a vision down if you want to play up in any way, shape, or form. In which case, you probably need a ward over here and and you need to run over here and get the ward over here. Those are your best options. Doing a ward here. So let's think about this. If we have a ward here and it's pinked over here, what are the possible gank paths for for an enemy jungler, right? So you have. Let me just place it right here. So like you have them right here, right? Let me just delete this ward, and this is there. So we have here, we have here, we have here, and like going all the way around. Yep, and you have here, right? All these gank paths, like this doesn't really block anything. Whereas this doesn't really like block anything over here. Whereas this ward over here prevents this one. Prevents this gank path over here, and if you have and that means you need to have a ward up here to prevent any gank from being over here. So, do you understand the inefficiency of it? And like, I understand defensive warding in emergency situations where you're poor, and you made a purchase mistake, and you need to place something somewhere. That's fine, but if you understand if you understand jungler mentality and roaming mentality, you start to realize that like placing a ward like that is just wildly inefficient and doesn't do anything for you aggressively and barely does anything for you defensively. It's like it like barely helps defensively, especially like if they let you push up and let's say let's say they're waiting here for the jungler to show up, and the only ward you have is up here. You know, Vi ult, bam, you're dead. Something as simple as that.
Right.
So back to aggressive vision. Once again, this if you can get a pink here as a support, it's absolutely godsend. Getting red warding for the mid laner allows them to ward the top side, allows jungler to spend their pink on, allows the jungler to spend their pink on dragon. Yeah, this ward here is very, 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 very important. Warding, if you're in a pinch and you want to get vision on red and Krugs, putting a ward right on Krugs right here is more than fine. You'll be able to see them. Using things like Ash Hawkshot to understand where the enemy jungler is after they just ganked, so you know where to ward is also very efficient use of your abilities. So any questions about bot lane aggressive vision? Should be rather clear about like where it should be, like here, blue side. Okay, so let's go over blue side really briefly for everyone else. Let's go over for everyone. So let's position bot lane at the tower. We're gonna go in reverse here, right? So let's say this. So what you want to do in this situation is get the ward out here. You want a ward, once again, over here. You want the ward on blue in this area. It's basically if you flip the map as if you were topside, right? I just wish I could put more words down all the time. You used to be able to, then Riot decided that wasn't fun. I miss those days. I miss those days so much.
Or just 5+ wards on the map.
I used to literally buy. It was a wonderful time. I used to literally buy Sightstone plus 4 wards plus 3 pinks and just run around the map and ward everything. And it was literally my entire income. And I got the pot 5 that season with Nami thanks to all that warding. It was so wonderful. It was a wonderful time back then. So imagine you just flipped it, right? You just flipped the switch here. So pinks, pink, pink there, pink here, pink here for your mid laner. Support should do this more often. Support should do this more often, especially if you're blue side. Please put this pink here. Like, honestly, it's so good. The mid laner gets to play up so far, and they even get to. They get to play their pink over here. Hey, look at that! Both sides of the brush are rewarded. It's so great. Support to do this more often. I really like this pink ward. Pink ward, having a pink ward here is fine. Yep, exactly. Blue side is basically top for bottom, bot for top, and mid lane, is buying wards for everything everywhere. And that's the thing. Like, vision is a team effort. It's a team effort. And junglers, I'm gonna start getting into jungler. Okay. Well, one thing, is it better to hell out the mid or keep the bot while we're winning? It depends on the situation. It depends on the situation. If you are able to duck out a gank with your greens, and you place this pink for mid, it gives them such an insane advantage in vision wise. Like, the mid laners here can vouch for me, right? Like, mid laners, speak up for this. Like, if you give them this pink ward over here, it's so important. It's so great for them. So like, if you can afford to, you should absolutely do it. And especially if they can't clear it, like, it really makes the difference in vision for them. It really depends on the situation, though. If you need the pink for, like, say, dragon area, that's fine. Yeah. See, like, everyone's saying that, like, if you're playing like a mobile mid laner, imagine you're playing Azir, And they can't clear that. The enemy mid lane, like if your mid laner playing Azir, they can't clear that pink ward.